Hi, this is Ken. This video is about the three stages of enlightenment. The first stage of enlightenment is being asleep. It begins when we are first born, as we learn what is expected of us in the culture and society that we are born into. We are taught what is right, what is wrong, what is expected of us. We are taught the meaning of different words such as love and caring. We learn about the world through the people we are around, through TV, books, school, church, amongst other things. And we tend to accept when we're very young all the different things that we learn about society. People who go through their entire life believing what they learned when they were first young, and as they live in the world, they remain asleep. They believe that what they learned was that to be successful in the world, you need to make a lot of money, buy material possessions, be able to do the best things that life offers. If they believe this, and they believe doing what's best for themselves is what's most important, then they go through their entire life and they remain asleep, never truly understanding or getting to the second or third stage of enlightenment. When they approach death, they will have approached death with living a life that was false, a life of illusion, not realizing what truly the meaning of life is. The second stage of enlightenment is awakening. What awakening is when you begin to question if everything you were taught when you were young was true. If everything that we learned to be successful in life, to be happy, to have a meaningful life was real. We learned that to survive in the world, we have to take care of ourselves. We live a self centered, egoistic life where we worry about what's best for us. We buy material things, we buy a house, we may have a family, we worry about getting a good job, making a lot of money, being able to travel and do things that are enjoyable. One day we wake up and we start to wonder, is there more to life than everything that we were taught? Perhaps we have all of these things and we're doing very well and we are very successful in life. And yet, this queasy feeling within begins to arise, wondering if there might be more to life than just everything that we learned and that we've accomplished. This awakening happens when the spirit, which is within every life, existing within each life, begins to be heard. All of our life, we were dominated by our ego. And how I define ego is everything that we learned and accepted as true from the moment of our birth. The ego, when it dominates our life completely, we remain asleep. But once we start hearing the spirit within, the first inklings that something is wrong, it is our spirit trying to connect with us, trying to tell us, no, there is more to life than everything that we learned. Now, spirit is also known as our higher self. It's a piece of God, our soul. There are many different names. It doesn't matter what you call it. But as we start to accept that maybe everything that were what we believed to be true was not true, and that there is more to life than just taking care of ourselves and making a lot of money, we begin to awaken. And that is the second stage of enlightenment. The third stage of enlightenment is enlightenment itself. And what enlightenment is when we really realize that almost everything that we learned in life is simply was not true. All the goals that we set for ourselves that we learned about, getting a good job, a good education, buying a house, a car, having a family, doing traveling, doing all the things that we were taught would make us happy and successful and have a meaningful life were simply not true. The ego will always remain with us. But instead of the ego dominating our life like it does when we're asleep or when we first start to awaken, at the point we become enlightened, the ego becomes a secondary player, a supporting character, if you will, to the spirit. The spirit within now begins to dictate the direction our life will take. Though the ego will remain with us throughout our entire life, it no longer has an influence on our future and the direction our life will pursue. When we become enlightened, instead of being self centered, we start to be concerned about what is best for everyone, not just ourselves. We start to reevaluate our life. We reevaluate our job, our friendships, perhaps our marriage, what we once thought was important. We might realize that the job we have, the money that we're making, the things that we struggled to do and to make because we were told that's what would make our life successful just doesn't work for us anymore. We start to embrace what is best for everyone. We may start to reevaluate our friendships as some of our friends will not go on this journey with us. They will remain asleep. We may change jobs at this point, wanting to give back and do and help others rather than just ourselves. So what happens with enlightenment is that though the ego and the spirit are still both within each of us, the spirit rather than the ego now dictates the direction our lives will take. And since it's the spirit that dictates our lives, the spirit represents unconditional love shared selflessly with all others. So we want to give back and help others at this point in our life. That is what enlightenment is, and that is the third stage of understanding the meaning of life. So whether you are asleep and you remain asleep, and if you do, you will reach the end of your life not having realized meaning in your life at all. Whether you awaken and you begin to question whether everything is correct, when we're awakened, the ego still normally dominates our lives. We just begin to wonder if things could be different, or whether you've reached the third stage of enlightenment, which is enlightenment itself. And enlightenment, again, is when the spirit or the peace of God within us begins to dominate and direct our lives. And so instead of being egocentric and caring only what's best for us, we want to do what's best for everyone, not just ourselves. We want to give back. We want to help others selflessly. We want to share what we have. Enlightenment, with enlightenment comes an understanding of what the true, genuine meaning of life is. To share our love selflessly, to help all others so that they too may realize the benefits of selfless love and caring for all others. These are the three stages of enlightenment. This is Ken, once more with another spiritual video. Until next time.